Hello everyone and welcome to IEMLabs. Now in this tutorial we are going to create a digital clock graphical user interface using Python. Now the modules that we are going to use is the Tkinter module or the Kinter module for creating our graphical user interface and the time module using which we shall extract our system time which shall then be displayed on our graphical user interface. So starting off, let us open our Python IDLE and open up a new script. As you can see, I have named my script Digital Clock GUI.py. Now the first step for any Python project is to import our necessary modules and packages that are going to be used to build our project. So in this case, we are going to need the tkinter and time modules in Python. So first we are going to import the tkinter module as from tkinter import star. Now this shall import all the necessary module methods, classes, widgets present inside the tkinter module. Next, we are going to import from tkinter.ttk, we are going to import star. Now, ttk is a very important class inside tkinter, and we need to import all the necessary widgets of ttk from tkinter. Now, the next step is to import our time module, but we are going to import one specific method from the time module that which is strf time. Strf time helps us to extract the current time of our system in the form of a string. Okay, so we have already imported our necessary packages. Now we have to code our GUI. Now, the first step of any GUI programming is to initialize the main window of our graphical user interface. In case of Tkinter, we have to define our root, which is the main window of our graphical user interface, and we define or initialize the root as capital TK parenthesis. Capital TK parenthesis is the uh, constructor is a default constructor for the Tkinter graphical user interface. Next, we are going to give the title of our GUI as root.title. Let us write it as digital clock or rather digiclock, which sounds very cool according to me. So next we are going to define a function which shall extract the current time of our system as a string and then configure the label which will then be used to display the time on our graphical user interface. So let us store our current system time inside a variable which I have named current underscore time, and using the strf time function or method we are going to create rather I'm not I'm sorry we are going to extract the current system time. So now you shall be wondering what is the percentage s or percentage p that I have written over here. Now percentage h, percentage capital M and percentage capital S, you may have guessed by now, refers to the current hour, current minute, and the current second of the time of the current time in our system. For instance, as you can see in my bottom left corner over here, this bottom left corner of my screen, it is showing 19 colon 57, that is 19 hours and 57 minutes, and let us say 26 or 29 seconds, let us say as that. Now percentage h extracts the current system hour percentage capital M extracts the current system minute, and percentage S extracts the current system second. So say if it is 19 hours 58 minutes and 10 seconds, so percentage H will be 19, percentage capital M will be 58, and percentage S will be 10. Now percentage P determines whether it is AM or PM, and since it is a 24-hour clock, so anything after 12 will be PM, and anything before 12 will be AM. And in a 24-hour clock, after 12 there comes 13, which is 1 p.m., 14, that is 2 p.m., and so on and so forth. So let us configure the label, which shall be then packed into our graphical user interface or packed into our root, and configure the label through the current time string. Done. Now let us write label dot after. Now please do not get terrified of this label dot after. I'm going to explain it in a minute. And let us write 1000 comma time. Now what this label dot after means is that after one call, it is like a recursive function. That is a function which calls itself again and again until some condition is met. Since there is no terminating condition over here, therefore the function, that is the recursion, shall go on for infinite time. Now label dot after means that, let us say we have called the time function for the first time. Now for the first time, let us say the label has been configured with current time as 20 hours 0 minutes and 8 seconds. So after a waiting time of 1000 milliseconds or 1 second, again the time function will be called, and again the label will be configured with the current time after 1 second, that is 20 hours 0 minutes and 9 seconds. So after 1 second, after every 1 second, the time function will be called, and the label widget will be constantly changed after 1 second, and after 60 seconds it will be changed by 1 minute, and after 60 minutes the label will be changed by 1 hour. So we have created our time function through which we will extract our current system time and configure the label widget using that current time of our system. Now let us configure our label widget further, or rather customize our label widget further to make our graphical user interface more beautiful. So we shall do it as label equals to capital L label. Within parentheses, the first parameter will be the root, or rather the main window of our GUI. Since we have named the main window as root, it shall be root. Then we are going to declare the font of our text. Now the font parameter, let us give it as, it shall be a tuple, and first shall be the font family. I love Arial because I love Arial, so I shall give it as Arial. Then comes the font size, let us give it at 40, and then comes the font customization, that is the font weight, whether it shall be bold or not. So I'm going to give it as bold. Next comes the background color. We shall write the background as, let's say, black, and the foreground as white. Now you can interchange it or give any color of your choice. That is totally up to you. No issues on that. Next, we are going to pack our label into our root. So we will do label.pack. then we are going to call our time function, and then we are going to run our main loop, which will, since we have given no terminating condition, it will run for infinite time. So let us save it and then run it, and we see our digital clock has been displayed. Let us maximize it, and we can see that our digital clock is displayed on the center, and after every second, as I have mentioned in the defined definition of the time function, after every 1000 milliseconds or 1 second, the time function is called and the label is configured once again. So after each second, the second is getting changed, and percentage p determines the am or pm part of our time. So this is how you can create a graphical user interface using Python. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified of any and every video that we post on this channel. Thank you.